This is an Info Blitz LLC special report.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Haynes, and I'm here with my partner, Yancy Seals.
Hey, everybody, what's up? I didn't know that was my introduction. Welcome to the
Aftermath. The aftermath, y'all, the aftermath. So this is a special report, okay? Yancy and I are going to we were like contacting each other during the State of the Union address. As most of you know, or as some of you know, there was a State of the Union address where the president addressed the full Congress and the American people to discuss how America has progressed or not progressed, and it has progressed, but and they all get together and there's supposed to be decorum. It's like a parliamentary procedure. Last night, not so much. However, I do believe it is going to go down as one of the best State of the Union addresses in years. What do you think, man?
Man, Biden owned the room.
Yeah, yes, he did.
He owned them. He baited them, and they fell right on into it. They fell right into it. He made
old school okie doke.
He had policy agreements at the dang meeting.
He did an okie doke to him, man. And I said, first I thought he was getting ready to step into something, right? Mm-hmm. And when they started, let's let the audience know, when he was talking about taking Medicare and Medicaid off the cutting block in order to raise the debt ceiling, right? Mm-hmm. And he basically said what the Republicans did not want him to say, that they want to sunset the Medicare and Medicaid system. They call it entitlements. I don't call them entitlements, but they call it entitlements. And he said that, and they got the Republicans were they were aghast. They were upset. Oh my God!
Because they know that if you start messing with seniors and Social Security and Medicaid, it's a non-starter. It's a wrap. Will not win. See, they don't want this to come across. And let me just clarify something for John. John used the word sunset. What that means is every 5 years they review it.
And it has to be approved or not approved.
Correct. And this is Rick Scott's baby.
Exactly. Exactly.
They didn't want to bring this across last night, but he baited them.
No, they didn't. He baited them. They took the bait, and then he made them stand up and applaud that they are not going to take those programs off the table. I went, oh, the okie. That's when I text you. I said, are you watching this? The okie doke.
And the ringleader, Marjorie Taylor Greene, takes the reward for being the most idiotic ass representative around.
First, she was dressed like she was going out to the club. Okay, she was not dressed like representing or maybe she does represent the people of her district, but she looked like she was going out to the club. The two guys on the street. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm being nice because the two guys on the side of her look like her dates for the night. Okay, and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, she's supposedly a legislature. Okay, now Kevin McCarthy had a meeting with his team. He told them, it's reported, he told them, this is the State of the Union. There will be no calls out. There will be no cat calls. This is, he is the president. You must respect him as the president, right? It does. People do that all the time, except for the one idiot when he yelled out, "You lie" at Obama. But in a parliamentary procedure, that's what you do. But no, they don't know decorum. So she's acting like she's at a freaking football game or maybe a bar, yelling out. And I'm like, what the hell? It's just crazy, man. I think
I have never witnessed such a dishevel in my life. This is actually, and the problem is Kevin McCarthy has no control. He can't control it. He gave it all away. He can't control him.
He showed last night that he is the weakest
quiet. He was shaking his head. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Ooh, don't say that. Be quiet. And it wasn't working. Martin Luther King was shouting out anyway.
Yeah. Did you see him sitting there? He was like, oh, dear God.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the thing. That's because he has no power. He's the weakest speaker ever.
He
just
gave
to
away.
Be speaker.
He bent over early. He bent over too early.
Real early. So last night, you know, I mean, and people who are saying, oh, Biden hasn't done anything for the people. He's done nothing. And I'm like, you know what? Then you've been asleep or in a coma. Okay. Mm-hmm. You've been asleep in a coma, or you've been programmed watching TV or listening to whatever, and you're not paying attention to what's happening in America. So with that said, and maybe some of us are a little busy, you know, maybe we're just busy. We don't have the time. But they're saying that 41% of people saying that they don't feel as comfortable with Biden in office right now. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up.
67%.
67%. Thank you.
67% said they do not want Biden to run again.
And I mean, I put it like this: after last night, I changed my mind. Honestly, because he's getting things done, and he's still articulate, and he's still quick. Okay, and that's the whole thing. Now, he said in the last 2 years, my administration has cut the deficit 1.7 trillion, the largest deficit reduction in the history of America. Fact checked, and it's true. Okay, it's true.
What about when he said the last administration put over $25 billion added to 25% added to the deficit? The Republicans said, no, he didn't. He said, check it. Don't believe me.
And I did, and it's true. Okay, it's true. The facts are there. You know, that's what I do when they talk about check it. That you're in my wheelhouse. Okay, yeah, let's check it. I was up early, brother. I was up early, got up real early. Like, yeah, I got something to do today. Okay, near record unemployment for Blacks and Hispanics. Right, the first time in history. It's true. Okay, it is true. So you're looking at, okay, so everybody's like, oh my God, nearly 25% of the entire national debt, a debt that took 200 years to accumulate, was added by just one administration alone, Donald Trump's. It's true.
Yeah.
Check it out.
You know, my biggest problem, John, is that I don't understand how can you say that Social Security is a giveaway. When one of their very first check they get until they die,
yes,
you're paying into Social Security. How is that a giveaway?
That's not a giveaway. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't treat that as a giveaway, and I want to get into that too, because Sarah Huckabee Sanders, that woman, who admitted that she lied during the Trump administration.
I didn't watch it. I refused to watch that.
I did. My wife made me. She said, no, John, if you're going to report. No, she said, you're going to report on this. You're going to talk about this. You need to hear it. And I said, okay, all right. So I listened to it. It irritated the hell out of me because she admits that she's a liar. She admitted under oath. You know, yes, I told the American people lie. To me, as soon as she said, hi, I'm Sarah Huckabee Sanders, my mind went click, because you're a liar. Okay, but anyway.
She actually said that, John?
What?
That I told American people lies?
No, yeah, well, she said that in her deposition in the Merrick Garland, investigation.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
She admitted that she lied. And I'm like, you have to, that's what I'm saying. I remember this stuff. She admitted that she lied, and I'll find it. I can bring it up and send it to you. It's like, come on, man. So now they're saying that, let's see, there's going to be $300 billion in investment in manufacturing over the next few years. Guess what? That's true. Manufacturing is coming back to the United States. Okay. This happened in the last 2 years, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last 2 years. Now they say that's a prediction.
And you can look around. You can look around your cities and states and see a lot of the constructions going on. The roads being rebuilt, and stuff. Bridges being rebuilt.
That's what I'm saying. And all those Republicans that voted against the we don't want, that's socialism. They're all there, and he said it last night. They're all there begging for money now, and they want. He said, "I'll be there. I'll be there with you at the groundbreaking." He gonna give them the money, and he gonna stand right next to him. And I would say, "Hey, I would say," and I'd be like,
"Hey,
yo, hey, remember him who voted no? Yeah, $3 billion. All right. Come on, man. It's time to stop playing games with these freaking people. I mean, I really mean it.
Is. It really is. They really need to start putting American people first and stop giving the goddamn lip service that we're first. That's BS. That's BS.
That is really BS, brother. It's more than just. And you know what? It's like he was saying. There's just a lot of stuff he said last night. That was just the child tax credit. Restoring the child tax credit. That's huge. If you have children like my daughter, that's huge, man. All the things that you get credits for the kids. But of course they don't. Republicans don't believe in taking care of your children, because if they would, then they would restore that act. Gas prices. Let's talk about gas prices, right? Remember in the beginning, in the election, it's Biden because the gas prices are so high. Okay, what are we gonna do? It's because of Biden. Well, now the gas prices are down, and they're down lower than what they were before. So I guess it's still about Biden, right?
No, Republicans did that.
How? By complaining? They don't know how to legislate. They don't know how to do these Republicans. Now, here's the thing, man. All these things that we're talking about was done in a bipartisan way in Congress, when there was a split Congress and the Democrats had the majority. Okay, This is what was done. This is what could be done now. But no, they're coming after him, after Biden, to try to impeach him over Hunter Biden's laptop.
Bring out the laptop, sir. Bring out the laptop. That'll fix the economy. Bring out the laptop.
I don't know, man. I'm just really, I listened to everything he said last night, and also new businesses, right? That are in the last 2 years. I am one of them. New businesses starting, and there's more new businesses started in the last 2 years than in American history. So, I mean, look, that means that something must be going right.
Right. Absolutely. So, yeah, man. It's crazy. There's a lot of things going on, and I think, the whole thing changed my prescription also, because at first I was saying, you know what, Biden has done a good job. He kept his promises.
Maybe he's good.
But he's just a little bit too dang old. That's what I've been telling myself.
Me too.
He's a little bit too old. It's time to bring on the new people, younger people to run things. Right. After last night, I said maybe he got 4 more years in him. I don't know.
He got 4 more years in him. See, the thing is, man, is experience. And I love when he said, "This isn't new to me." Yeah. He was taunting them. This ain't new to me. Yeah.
I didn't fall for term transition just this morning.
That's right. I've been here, and he worked the room. It was comfortable. When the Republicans were being really, really rude and yelling at him, and they were like, "Well, did you hear the back and forth?" There's no back and forth. He's the president of the United States. Sit down and shut the hell up. Okay? And that's what somebody should have told him. Because if I had been in the room, that's what I would have said. Like, come on.
To control that. Look exactly. At Sally Green. Sit your little ass down before I throw your ass out of here.
That's right. Sit down and get out. Your choice. What I mean? But Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to be sanctioned. Her and her crew, they have to be sanctioned for the what they did last night. Even that guy that
not gonna sanction them.
I know. Are you kidding me? I know. But remember when the guy hollered, "You lie" to Obama? He was sanctioned. They sanctioned him. They're like, you don't do that, man. Not in a procedure like that. No. This is not a bar.
I think he was from South Carolina. He had 1 term.
Exactly. They got rid of him, which means, and I'm gonna even go here again. Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't even deserve to be in Congress.
She doesn't.
She doesn't even deserve to be in Congress. She legally should not be there.
Yeah. I don't know whether you guys heard her. She had a deposition the other day, and she asked the guy a question about COVID-19 and stuff like that. And she asked this far-right conspiracy question, which wasn't true at all. And the guy said, "Excuse me, what? I'm not sure what you're talking about."
I saw that.
She dreamt up some shit and asked some question about something. And he said, "I'm not sure what you're talking about." She said, "I know you do. You just don't want to say."
This woman said that the United States government gave an elementary school $5 billion for CRT training.
Yeah.
If an elementary school would have gotten $5 billion, it'd have been all over the newspapers.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't. And you besides, don't go there. But see, this is going to show just how ill-equipped she is for this position. You know, she can't be playing. They got her running around with she's been running around with a white balloon on a string. I was looking around the Capitol. And I'm like, you know, look, they did the correct thing with the balloon. Okay. Honestly, when I thought about it, my first thing was shoot that shit down. You know, then I was like, wait a minute. First off, if it shot down and it landed on an elementary school and killed 60 kids, guess what? Thing is three buses, you know, and then so they waited till it was, and then another thing is, if it would have crashed down on the land, it would have broken apart and got messed up. But they did it over water because they wanted to find out what's in it. They want to be salvageable, so they're going to go down and salvageable. I mean, that's another whole story on EMPs and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to go there with this show. But yeah, there's another whole story on that.
But the sorry thing, and I'm going to close it up also real quick. But the thing about it happened twice during the Trump administration.
Yeah. Oh no, it didn't. It never happened before. I'm like, oh good God, you people, because they don't read. Because they don't read. They just listen. They live in a cycle, in like a silo where they keep telling each other the same stupid stories, and everybody keeps believing them. And I'm like, okay, so you can't talk to them because they believe that their guy, whoever their guy is telling them the truth. You know, one thing I want to talk also about, man, when Biden said we have already created 800,000 good paying manufacturing jobs, the fastest growth in the last 40 years. Guess what? It's true. Man, I mean, look, people are talking about that America is actually coming back faster than any other nation that went underneath this pandemic in the world. In the world. Okay, so what people aren't thinking about, and what I wasn't thinking about, honestly, because I was thinking the same thing like you. Yeah, Biden, I don't know. Look, the man knows how to get things done. You know why? Because it's not new to him. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene, they don't know how to legislate. It's new to them. You know, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. But guess what? The mistakes that they make is going to affect the people's lives in which they represent, and ours too.
Yeah.
We can't afford idiots like that to make mistakes. And I'm calling her an idiot because she is.
You really can't. You just can't. I realize it's hard to garner experience to become a representative, but you got to have some kind of common sense.
You got to have a lot of common sense.
You got to have some kind of common sense, and really a spirit to serve. If you don't have a spirit to serve, you may as well just go ahead and forget about it. And I'm talking directly to Marjorie Greene and a few others. They're there, just for the Medicare, and also the free money.
Bro,
once they spend 1 month in Congress, you now have a payment for the rest of your life.
Medical for life. You have it for life. Which I'm gonna get to this Sarah, what's her name, but Sarah Huckabee, where she said last night, because she's trying to set an agenda and it's gonna resonate with a lot of these young people. But before we get to that, I want to go food inflation. Let's see, food inflation, like he said, it's not coming down fast enough, but it's come down for the last 6 months, while take-home pay has been increasing. Okay, now that's true. Those are facts, verifiable, factual information. Just look it up. That's why he kept saying, look it up. Look it up. I loved it. Look it up. Look it up. And I agree with what he said. Let's finish the job. Okay. Now, man, there's a whole lot more. I can keep going and going and going. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders last night, she's attempting to start to get like a generational type thing going, like, you know, he's too old. It's time for us young people to take over. She basically said that last night. Oh yeah, she said, I am the youngest governor to ever serve in the United States. Okay. He is the oldest at 82. He is the oldest president to ever be served in the United States history. It is time for the younger people, you know, blase, blase, blase. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me right now? Okay. Then she went on and said that, you know, she said, I was told that I had throat cancer. It was the worst time for me and my family. And we just, you know, my entire family, and thyroid cancer. And it was really bad for me and my family, and we suffered, but it was our faith that got us through. Bullshit. It was the insurance that you had that you didn't have to pay $10,000 and $15,000 per freaking dose. I know, because I worked at Nevada Cancer Institute. That shit is ridiculous. That's what got you through. You know, that pisses me off.
It wasn't your faith, huh? You knew you had
that pisses me off. You had you know what? If that had been, God forbid, anybody else that didn't have that insurance that they have, you'd have been paying $15,000, $10,000-$15,000 per dose, bro. People there, I could go into stories when I worked at Nevada Cancer Institute of people that walked out of there crying because they couldn't afford to be there. That's get me on one. But yeah, I mean, that's what got her through. But she's making that. Then she said, oh, we were going through Christmas. My family, we had presents everywhere. There was paper everywhere. I had to leave my family to go to unknown places. Guess what? There were people during that time that did not have any of that. That was hard times for most people. But she wanted to talk about her going to the airport in an undisclosed location. Everything was dark. She kept saying it was dark. Everything was dark. And they visited, and Trump visited the people in the war on the front lines in Afghanistan. Oh my God. It was so great for her. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear how he visited Afghanistan and I want to hear about how you lied to the public when you were speaking for him. Okay. That's what I want to hear about. You know, I don't want to hear from her no more, man. And if people in Arkansas want her to represent them, good for Arkansas, you know?
Yeah.
But
if they want to be like that, go and stay that way, stay red, because it nothing you can do about it. You can't change the mind of an idiot.
No.
And they're gonna believe what they're gonna believe, and let them believe what they believe. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
But I tell you, man, I was really impressed the way Biden owned that room. I really was, man.
Me too.
He did a heck of a job, man. He was personable, and he said, understand, I'm being nice by not calling out the names.
I'd have called the names out. When he said that y'all want, I'd have said, yo, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I got a piece of paper with your name on it, girl. No, man, it's time for yeah. Don't be gracious when you can be gracious until they start acting like they're at a football game. Okay. Then you can't be gracious, you know. But he's the president and he's below that, you know. But the vice president could have said a little something. But that would have been out of parliamentary procedural order.
Yeah, I've been out of order. I've been way out of order.
It would have been out of order, been way out of order. So I mean, see, that's what I'm saying is the Democrats are keeping with the order, with the things that got us to where we are right now. The Republicans are not. They did not even stand when Biden said that because the soul of America is strong, that the state of our union is strong. Okay. The rest of the world is watching this. They didn't stand up.
No.
I'm like, yeah, man. See, because they're not interested.
I've come to the conclusion that Republicans just don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care whether the economy is great, money is dropping from the sky. Biden is still an asshole. Biden ain't done that. We ain't done that. And all the while they put money in their pocket.
Biden they land in their pockets.
Biden ain't done that.
and they line in their pockets, man. You know, it's interesting you said that. When I woke up this morning and I started doing the research for this, I was listening to Michael Jackson's. All I got to say is that they don't really care about us because they don't. They don't. The Republicans do not. They do not. They want to stay in power and they want to continue to feed their corporate owners. Okay. And that's basically what they need to do. Feed the corporate owners, the people that run them. Okay. Those are the people that control them. They have to feed that, you know, and that's where it's at. Because if they don't.
The question for me is real simple because I get Social Security every single month. My question is
me too.
If these people want to take away Social Security from you that you've been paying every single damn paycheck, how are they gonna do this? What do you mean stop Social Security?
I don't understand, man. I don't. If
I'm not paying any more taxes. I'm done with that.
First off, if they stop Social Security, they're gonna have to deal with us and see. We are different than these kids nowadays. Okay, we are totally different than these kids nowadays, brother. That ain't gonna be an easy thing for them, not at all. Okay, because you take my Social Security away, that means you take away my livelihood, what I exist on, you know, and I'm mad, and I'm gonna be real mad.
Because simply you told us that when you start working, you put money away every single year, and when you're ready to retire, whenever that day of time is, you'll have this money set for you. You can get it back. You told us that. Now
and we put the money in. We put the money in. Now they're talking about, well, we want to make separate private accounts for people. So what? So you can take their money and they can wind up with nothing?
That's right.
You know, you adjust the market and they wind up with nothing.
Because now we're beholden to the stockholders.
Exactly.
The board of directors. Not beholden to you anymore. It's now privatized.
That's right.
And that's what you don't want to do.
You do not want to do that. Because and no matter how glorious they try to make it seem, you know, I mean, and see, this is the whole thing with the Republicans. They are the party that are behind right now. They talk about giveaways. The United States gives away 11% of the GDP. 11%. Europe, they give away 2.5 times that, and it's not giveaway. And I shouldn't even use that term. It's not a giveaway. It's the responsibility. And I was reading what one of the European leaders said. It's the responsibility of the government to take care of their citizens. Okay. So they talk about, you know, oh, these are giveaways, but everywhere else, every other country in the industrialized world, right, takes care of their citizens. They have universal health care. They have long-term unemployment. You know, there's just, I can go down the list, and the reason why I'd not be cheating, because one of the things I did when one of my capstones was how different it was in America as to other places in the in the world, and we rank really low as far as taking care of our people. Now, this is money that we the people give to our government, hopefully, you know, in income taxes and in food taxes and in all the kind of taxes we pay, right? And hopefully they do the right thing with it. Right. But when they're funding other governments to give them what other countries to give them what we don't have here at home, you got to stop. You know, you got to stop and look at people around the world. What are they receiving? You know, I mean, people in Europe, 30 days vacation in their constitution. It's just crazy. Here, 2 weeks vacation, maybe if they keep you long enough. You know, I mean, it's just,
and they call other states third world.
Yeah, and that's right. They call other countries third world. Yeah, you know, I know. But see, the Republicans are trying to run us into a third world nation, so that way controlling us will be a lot better. And this is what, you know, people what I've learned with the Republicans is what they accuse you of, that's what they're doing. Okay. What they accuse you of is exactly what they're doing. Yeah. All right.
Wow. I tell you, man, it was probably one of the very best State of the Union I've heard. It wasn't long. It was supposed to be about 2-3 hours, but it wasn't long at all. I think it's about an hour and a half tops.
Yeah,
something like that.
And he got to the point. He got right to the point. He got right to the point, which I enjoy, man. I enjoy, and I really got a new respect for him last night. You know, I mean, he may walk kind of, slow and gingerly, but gingerly. But guess what? When he got up there and he started talking about the American people, and that's one thing about Joe Biden that people can say they don't, but he cares about the American people. He goes back to his dad. He goes back. Yeah, he had a privileged life. I mean, come on. And his mom and dad worked hard, but yeah, he didn't have it as hard as some of us. But guess what? The parts that he did have bad, he actually kind of like understood and he related to, The one part before I even stopped, man, the part that got me choked up last night, honestly, when he said in the State of the Union address 2023 that I never had to give the talk to my children.
Yeah.
I never had to tell my children to turn on if you get stopped by the police, turn on your inner lights, put your hands on the wheel and don't move. He said, I never had to say that. But there are people who are Black and brown that have to do that every day. You have to have that talk with their kids. And he said something else which really got me. He said, I respect the police officers that have to they pin on that badge every day. They do a hell of a job. And that's true. I respect policemen. Most of them are very good people, but there's some that are not. But then he goes, because they said that they want to be able to come home. And he said, and I understand that, but Black and brown parents want to know that their children can come home too.
That's correct.
I was like, damn.
That was a powerful moment.
That was powerful.
It really was, because a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that those kind of talks we got to have with our kids. I remember the talk that.
Oh yeah.
I want to say I think he was about 15, 16 years old. I said, so you guys do whatever you got to do to come home. And then when you come home, we'll go deal with it. But come home.
Come home.
Come home.
See? And the really thing that's getting to me, man, that really gets to me, I have to have that talk with my daughter and my son-in-law. I had to have that talk with my grandchildren, my granddaughters, and my grandson. I mean, man, why? This is 2023. Why? Why do we have to do that? Because we have not affected change. You don't affect change until and one thing Carl said last week, you don't affect change. You have to expose what's happening to dispose of it. Okay. And we have to expose that, yes, there has been some terrible stuff done, but here's what we're going to do. But they're not doing that. See, they're like, they're banning CRT. We don't want them to learn. Sarah Huckabee said last night that the Democrats are attempting to make our children ashamed of themselves because of the color of their skin. I almost went through the roof. We're trying to make white people feel bad because of white children feel bad because of the sins of their father. And I said, no, we're not. I want them to understand and know the sins of their father, so they don't repeat the sins of their father.
Yeah, that's the new Republican mantra from Florida to Virginia, making white people feel bad about who they are. Damn it, you need to feel bad about what the fuck happened, because you keep repeating the same shit all the goddamn time. I'm sorry.
They haven't done anything.
I got some very good white friends. I really, really do, and you know who you are. And there's some really bad ones out there. Like there's bad Black folk out there too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to go one way or the other.
No,
there's some bad folk out there, and sometimes it's just that my problem is that when you just pick a group of people out for no damn reason, whether it's LGBTQ plus, what Black, white, brown, whatever, Asian, and it's denigrate them and it's dog them for no reason and hold them back. Why?
Well, a long time ago, they had a thing that said it's a God complex.
I heard
remember a long time, there was, I think the last poets, the white man has a God complex. That's basically, they wanted to stay in control. It's just a thing of being in control, being afraid of not being able to compete on a level field. And that's where it's at. Okay. Now, look, I have very good white friends too. My son-in-law is white. Okay, one of my son-in-laws is white. Okay, and when we were, long story short, when we were talking about the talk, he goes, I don't believe that. That's crazy. Yeah, well, it happens. But anyway, But you know, the thing is, man, is that we got to change this, Yancy.
Yeah, I think what the State of the Union brought yesterday was that it opened some of the doors. Not a door. I'm not going to use the wrong word. It brought back some feelings that people that we're not being. American people are not being taken care of, if you will.
No,
I guess that's okay.
No,
not being
that would
taken
be.
care of.
They're not. And another thing he said last night, Joe Biden said last night, the American people are tired of being suckers. And I went, yes.
Yeah.
We're tired of it. We're done. He wants to get rid of junk fees. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Junk fees. Having to pay extra so you can sit next to your family members on a freaking airplane. Who do they think they are? You know, we need to that's another thing we're gonna get on to, the air travel industry, man.
How about the resort fees? Hotels charging resort fees, and they're not even a damn resort.
And he said that they're not even a resort. Vegas is good for that, bro. Vegas is good for that.
Motel 6,
get a resort. They'll slap it.
But $79 is a resort fee in Motel 6.
They'll slap that on you real quick, and especially in Vegas. Like, hey, resort fees. Yeah. Besides, you're in the resort capital of the world, man. But he wants to get rid of that. And what's wrong with that? Well, and then the Republicans are sitting there mad because that's telling corporate people what to do. You can't tell, so it's okay for them to screw over us. Okay. Well, that's what they're saying.
Just want to be clear.
Just clarity. It's okay for a corporation to screw over the American people as long as the right people are being paid. Yeah. That's what we should just say.
Absolutely.
You know, I was very impressed last night, to say the least. With Sarah Huckabee, she gave nothing more than I expected, except for she's trying to also raise the Christian right, the evangelical right, and they have because it's going to get into this Christian nationalism and dominionism, and I talked about dominionism a long time ago on the InfoBlips podcast. Dominionism and this Christian nationalism, that's dangerous. That is so dangerous that, look, if you want America to be only Christian and only all you can worship here in America is Christianity, your type of Christianity, and all you can worship is that, right? Then you're going to be Iran. You're not going to be America.
That's right.
You're going to be Iran.
Right.
Because in Iran,
America is and always and will be a melting pot. Just that simple.
Yes. I
don't understand what their problem is.
Me neither.
They don't worship a goddamn lemon tree.
I don't care. Have it go.
You guys meet on Sundays? What time on Sundays you guys meet? I don't care.
I don't care. That's the whole. And then her husband is Catholic. I'm like, oh, dude, come on. You know better than that. But see, I don't know, man. Again, this is. I'm not trying to get on them. This is what they're doing. Because it's going to come up in the next 2 years. It's going to be. She telegraphed it. It's going to be. We're young. We're Christian nationalists. We need to run this country. Get these old people with these old ways out. That's what I see. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to ask for, at least.
I agree. I totally agree with you. That's why that question keeps circling back. The age of somebody. That's why it keeps on circling back.
Man. And look, as long as a person is capable and they're willing to do what they need to do and they're capable, I mean, why is it their age that matters? Look, I was thinking also that Biden was too old to run. We do need younger people to be being groomed to take over. But at this time and this place, right, this is what we need. We need that father figure, that grandfather figure to set everything straight, and then let these younger people come out and do what they have to do.
Yeah. But I totally agree with that. You have to start repeating yourself and not repeating, but replacing yourself, if you will. Because if you don't, you're gonna turn around one day, and nobody's gonna be there.
There's nobody going to be there at all.
Yeah, you start replacing yourself. You know, who would you want to run the Republican Party? If Biden don't go, who's there? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Say, I hate to say this. I know you guys don't have pushback on this. I know you're not looking at Kamala Harris because she's just not that popular. I'm sorry.
No, she's not. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is not that popular. Even though I do like her.
Midterms anyway, I'd have got rid of her anyway. I'd have put her in the AG department.
Yeah, exactly. In the AG department, see, that's where I wanted her, bro. In the AG department, she'd have kicked butt. I'm telling you right now, Trump would be in jail or he'd be in Russia trying to hide. You know, I mean, look, man, but right now, again, Merrick Garland, we forget about that. This guy's a criminal. We forget about that. Marjorie Taylor Greene's a criminal. We forget about that. You know, we forget about that. You know, and I'm just sitting there looking at these people going, man, that's why I said the other day, I don't understand what's happening in America, man. I really don't. I mean, you know, and it kind of saddens me sometimes that, you know, people like Merrick Garland is up there where he is and he knows better, but he's not making moves. They're trying to say he's trying to be careful. Okay, that being careful was so much. Okay, so I understand, but not right now. Right now,
I kind of know we kind of turned the corner on this the State of the Union, but we're talking about some other things also. But they're saying that because of Trump and he's ex-president or the former president, it's difficult to indict or to bring charges against a president. No. What do you mean? I don't understand that. You have laws. Is it difficult to bring an indictment against me if I've done it? It's simple. The law says if you do this, you get this.
See, that is contrary.
You're the president.
That is contrary to the Constitution. Is contrary to what is what our social means is. What is not contrary to is an autocrat. What is not contrary to is those countries where autocrats and strongmen run their countries. You know, and I mean, then some of them, they just take them the next day and put them in jail. I mean, I don't get, and then the Republicans tell you that we're trying to be, you know, something different than what we are, socialist or whatever. And then we can go into another whole thing with democratic socialism. That's because that's what we basically are. But, you know, I mean, the State of the Union last night was excellent. And if the Democrats have any type of fight in them at all, they would go and they would do exactly one of the things that we did, go down the list by every time you see a camera, you talk about the achievements of this administration. Every time a microphone come on, it doesn't matter the question they ask you. You talk about the achievements. Anytime you give a response to something, you tie in the achievements. That is how people will know.
That's exactly how you do it. You guys heard it. That's exactly what you do. You cannot win until you remind people what they got, because all they see is negativity.
Yeah.
But you gotta remind them what they got.
And the negative, the negative is always there. But like you said, remind them of what they have. You know, look around them and remind them. And this is the thing. Things, you know, are prices moving fast enough? No, I buy groceries every day too. Hell no. Or every week too. But you know, I mean, but the bottom line is, even though the Fed is trying to tank our economy and keep raising interest rates, the economy is very strong. I mean, you know, if they had left it alone, can you imagine where we'd be right now?
Yep. So rest assured, you guys, baseball fans, football fans, basketball fans, the economy is strong.
Yes, this economy is strong and the state of our nation is strong. You know, it's just, again, I was impressed last night. And I think that if you have an opportunity to go back and look and listen, you should. And then you'll be able to hear for yourself how much at ease Biden was, and how he felt, you know, how it made you feel. Like he said, what we need back in America is pride. Yeah. And I think that he said that's what's lacking is pride. He got mad when he said we went from 1st to 13th. You could tell he got mad. He goes, we are the United States of America. We're not second to anybody, you know, and that's that pride that we have to get back into individuals and our people, the people that are out there, us, period. That's the pride we have to get back, you know.
Correct, absolutely. So I was happy about it. I enjoyed it. It was a really good State of the Union address, and I was happy I stayed and watched it. It really was. It was good.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, I'm on you believe me, and I'm here on the East Coast, so it didn't come on till 9 o'clock.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah. So I mean, it was 9 o'clock, and I was sitting there going, okay. And then I was like, I wish I had some popcorn. This is good. You know, this is good. So, man, listen, again, you guys, we did this special because, you know, we want to break it down. We want to break it down and let you guys know, because a lot of people don't look at it, and I don't blame you. You know, there's other things going on, and either, you know, and I get it, but that's why you listen to the weekly wrap up with John and Yancy, because we'll bring it. That's one thing I dig about what Carlton said. He goes, man, y'all bring it. I went, yeah, that's what we do. We bring it, you know.
That's right. And talking about bringing it, you guys, real quick, I'm going to be in California in March and April. And I'll be meeting with all the people that sent me their emails, so we can go ahead and start this Centown project going. If you didn't send me an email, don't worry about it. I won't contact you. If you didn't send me emails, you can be on the show. Don't say shit once the thing come across.
Once it's come across, nah. And
don't say a damn thing. Don't say nothing.
You won't be able to say anything. You won't be able to. I mean, that's the whole thing.
This program, inbox me your email address. That's all you gotta do, and I'll reach out to you, and I'll let you know when we're gonna be there, and we're gonna talk.
That's about what it is. I've talked to a couple of people who actually contacted me. I think it was Cleophas Boyd. I mean, a couple people contacted me that had been in Pomona in the 60s, and, you know, older people. I talked to my friend Rodney Nave, and he's got some people he wants to talk about. You know, they want to be a part of it, and they sent me some of their emails and stuff. I mean, like you said, we are going to do, the project is going to happen, and it's going to be a meaningful project, and we want everyone's opinion, everyone's experience. But if you don't talk to us, we can't add you, you know. And I'm not going to feel bad about it either, and I'm not going to apologize or explain. That's just the way it is. You know, we're giving you opportunities.
This what I call groundbreaking project, and I think
it is.
Agree with me. You need to contact me. Send me your email address so we can put you on, and we can have this huge Zoom program. Everybody be on, and we can go from there. Okay,
we'll go from there. I mean, and that's the important part. That's what I really want to get, because again, this is going to be a quality type of thing. It's a quality documentary, you know, and we want to do it right, and we're gonna do it right. It's gonna be done right, or we won't do it at all, you know. But it's gonna be done. It's going to be done, because we're driving toward it. So it's going to be done. Anyway, you guys listen, seriously, send it to us. If you have any comments, you know where to send it, infoblips1@gmail.com. I mean, this ain't, before, you know, we didn't know. I put that stuff everywhere, man. So, you know, and I want to thank Leland Sparks, man, for Leland. Dude, you're the one that told me that I should really start trying to edit video. And I did. And I'm getting better, but I still got some ways to go.
Yeah, I've been edited out quite a few times. So
oh man, you don't never get it. What's wrong with you? I'm making commercials and stuff, man. I love doing that now. I didn't like it before, but I love it.
Yeah.
All right, man. So listen, that's it. Yeah, we will still have the weekly wrap up with John and Yancy on Friday. Okay, so make sure that you guys listen in for us on that. Tune in. I'm already talking TV. Any of you guys, you know, click in and listen to what we talk about. We'll just wrap up the week and other things that happen. There's a lot of stuff that happened. I could go on for hours. There's a lot of stuff that's happened that you need to know about. All right. Yep. Anyway, that's it, everybody.
Peace, you guys. Talk to you tomorrow.
Peace. That's right.
Friday,
2 days. Friday. 2 days.
I don't know the damn day.
You can tell you're retired. I know. I don't know either. I'm retired. Who cares? I don't know. All right. Peace out.